Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to today's video. Today, we'll be talking about why you should not become bitter from your bad experiences in dating. I know this video is going to get a lot of hate and flack, but I think the whole idea of not becoming bitter due to the poor experiences that you've had and your encounters from dating should not hold you back from living a great, fulfilling life. I think it comes down to the idea that I understand why bitterness is a thing. Consistently being rejected and dealing with poor people, non-compatible people, and realize, holy crap, the dating market extremely fucked. Am I screwed? I mean, these are all legitimate thoughts, and having anger of being like, am I not attractive enough to actually attract the person that I want? And you start to realize like, yeah, there's a lot of superficiality in dating, but that's because maybe we have a confirmation bias, and of course you see the things that you don't want to see. Are good, attractive, high-quality people just roaming around? Yes, but they're not loud. They're not obvious. They're kind of hidden. You have to go and find that. And that's the beauty of dating and social dynamics, is going to discover, interacting, and approaching certain individuals and discovering what their story is about. But I think the whole idea is that if you don't have an idea of who you are and have a good baseline of self-esteem and being confident and safe and secure in your own masculinity. Of course, when you get the inevitable rejection or when girls start playing games with you, you don't know that, right? You realize you don't have the self-defense or techniques and tactics to mitigate risks from toxic women or toxic men, whatever it is, right? Realize that when someone's pulling you in, playing games, being hot and cold, and you can identify this if you have healthy self-esteem of realizing, hey, if someone's really into you, they're going to make it obvious. They're going to do every single thing possible to lock you down, to make it obvious that they like you. If you really like someone, why would you not go above and beyond to be sure that I'm going to do everything possible to make sure they like me? And I think when it comes to being a man, I think being masculine, being confident, and obviously doing nice things is okay, but you have to have an idea of your masculinity, that you're okay in your own skin, that you can deal with whatever obstacle, whatever shit test, whatever bullshit that comes to your life. I think the whole idea is that a woman looks to you to be like, yeah, can you keep me safe, right? Can you be the man in my life? Can you lead in this relationship? And it's also not like women are completely submissive, right? There's that they don't have an idea of who they are and they can't add anything to a relationship. I grew up in a traditional gender household, right? And that's okay. It's like, you want your man to lead. Can I trust you to protect me and stand up for us when someone's messing with us? Simple stuff like that. I think the whole idea of like becoming bitter was very real for me growing up, is when you are consistently getting rejected and girls just aren't into you and they play these games of saying, oh, you're not attractive enough. Oh, I like you, but not today. And they pull you. It's because they view you as a nice guy. And sometimes if you have a really bad dating experience, you have no one else to blame but yourself. Yes, toxic people exist. They're out there. But the fact that you're willing to participate and not have the knowledge to stop it, right? Look, the world is vast. There's so many resources online where you can find healthy dating, what it looks like. But it's also dealing with your own insecurities. Insecurities allow you to settle for people who aren't even compatible with you. You get the love you think you deserve. You settle for less if you want to settle for less, but you can always settle for more. If you've never been loved before, you're going to settle for anything possible because it's the first love of your life. They're giving you the attention that you lack, and of course you get high from it. So of course you're going to go along, get burnt, and it keeps going on this perpetual cycle. But what you have to do is kind of step up and step out of this negative cycle and be like, I'm kind of done with this. And you can identify it. Trust me, I've had many women in my life try to play games with me. They try to neg me. They try to make me pay for things. They kind of use me for attention, but they won't give me the intimacy. They always lead you on. It seems like you're never enough. And the great thing is when you have healthy self-esteem, you don't even participate. I walk away. And that's the most beautiful thing. And by walking away, what are you doing for yourself? You're saving your own life. You're saving your own time. You're saving yourself from potential heartbreak, depression, sadness. We are also happy and we always rush to get into a relationship, but we don't realize that by rushing into this, there are severe long-term consequences. Recovering from heartbreak requires a lot of effort and it takes a very long time to heal. Why would you rush into a relationship with someone who's not compatible, who's not high quality, who doesn't have the same interests, who's not a loyal partner, someone who's good for you? I think what happens is if you get burnt in your relationship when your love life once, that's not your fault. You're young, you're learning, right? It's a part of life. But if you consistently keep on getting burned over and over again, and you take the victim mentality and you say all women are evil, it's like maybe the type of people you're looking for kind of fulfill this negative cycle. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy that all women are evil. They break my heart. They use me. I'm a nice guy. Maybe it's because you're chasing the damsel in distress, the diamond in the rough. Why don't you find someone who's healthy, has a healthy sense of ego, healthy self-esteem? They know who they are. They know what they want. And they're loyal and compatible. And they're not crazy. Why don't you go for that? But because we want the high, we want the whole idea that the other person wronged us. But I truly believe that if something goes bad, it's kind of both parties' fault. Yeah, it is someone initiated, but it's the whole idea that you have a choice to stay in a relationship. You have a choice to not deal with bullshit. You have a choice to walk away. But if you're really lonely, don't have a great community, you're going to settle and you're going to get burnt. And it's okay to get bitter for a little bit, but don't get stuck in this cycle that all women are evil and dating is worthless. Dating sucks in 2023. Because if you're just bitter, then what are you going to do? Wait for the collapse of Western society or whatever they preach? That's a really terrible existence, that waiting for society to collapse and everything to fall apart. I mean, that's a really nihilistic view. And if that's your view, I really hope you get some help because that's not healthy. Yes, is dating more difficult because of social media and other things? Yes, of course. But don't get bitter and say it's hopeless because remaining single and you get older and older and life's wasting away could be filled with beautiful experiences with someone or without. If you choose to be single, much respect to you. Do it for yourself, get better, and eventually if you find someone you want to settle with or you want to find someone who friends with benefits that works for you, then do that. But don't let your bitterness ruin your single life too. If you don't want to participate and you want to go to monk mode, that's completely fine. Do that, work on yourself, find your hobbies, breathe for a little bit. And then when you're ready to go back to dating because you have the urge to develop intimacy and, miss the physical touch of a woman, then go into it. But don't rush into it. No one's saying you need to continually date, get burnt, repeat that 5 times. If you just got a relationship and you're kind of bitter, then take a break, breathe, surround yourself with healthy individuals, and I hope they change your outlook because maybe the criteria in what you're measuring women with is wrong. Update that belief system. I know this is really difficult to hear and it's a lot easier said than done because if you look on Instagram, you look on social media, there's a lot of really bad influences. It seems like the people that do really toxic, negative things get the most likes, and it warps your idea of what love is. Not every single person that is compatible for you is not in a string bikini on a yacht. Okay? Not everyone is doing that. There are normal human beings who are modest, who are conservative, who just want to live a simple life, that don't want to be on yachts shaking their butts around, okay? Truly being said, if you love that thing and that's your lifestyle, go for it, but realize it comes with a burden and it's more superficial and way more materialistic because the fact that you're judging beauty off a girl in a string bikini, which is completely based on appearance, they can also judge you for your own insecurities. That if you're not 6 feet tall, you're not white, you're not jacked, of course they're going to exclude you in the same way that you're focusing on someone just for their looks, right? It goes both ways. But I would say bitterness. You have to address it. Realize that dating is hard, cool, but it doesn't have to suck. Some of my best memories is from dates. I've also had a lot of good memories from my dates. And I mean, inevitably, I met my fiance as a part of dating, and she's truly changed my life, and I've changed her life. But it was like I came at it from a full cup. I realized that I'm comfortable in my own skin. I realize my worth. I realize where I'm going. I'm going to make this the best thing possible. I'm not going to pour every single ounce of my energy and resource into this relationship at the expense of my own will and mission and purpose. I feel like what happens is there's mutual respect for each other's freedom and independence, and you guys come together and build a life and support each other and each other's goals. But it's not like I sit here and I'm just bitter about everything that happened to me. Yes, did I deal with a lot of racist remarks from girls saying I was an Asian monkey and I don't date Asians because they're ugly and gross? Yeah, of course. And I was angry for a while. But that dissipates because you're like, so what? These girls are still in Denver working at Applebee's or something like that. Nothing wrong with working at Applebee's, but come on, guys. They're not doing anything with their lives. And like, I have a beautiful life now. So why do you hold on to this anger and this grudge? Life moves on. Why would I waste time holding resentment towards someone that I've never seen for years when I should truly be thankful? And that's the stage I'm at now, is have empathy and forgiveness for these people. They taught me a lot about dating, and that if you don't know who you are, don't have a backbone, or just a recovering nice guy, or have nice guy syndrome and aren't confident in what you want and having the ability to say no to a girl, I think that's the most important thing. As men, we have to learn to say no to women. I know we pedestalize them and we think that we need them for the ultimate seal of approval, that we are men and it's worth it. But if you are not able to say no to someone, you're going to deal with a lot of bullshit that's not good for you. saying, no, I don't accept this behavior. Hey, I don't like that you're late. Hey, I don't like being led on. I'm walking away. Those are really powerful sentences because that gives the power back to you of saying, no, like I know what I want. I'm not going to be treated with disrespect. And I feel like what happens is people would disrespect you if you don't check them. You establish boundaries, you reinforce boundaries, and if someone messes with them, you act out and you give them a negative consequence that don't mess with me. These are my boundaries. I'm not saying you have to be draconic or harsh about it, but just be like, hey, stop. Make it very clear. So yeah, becoming bitter in dating could happen. It's not a permanent state. It's a temporary state. And if you're bitter about it, it's okay. Just change on it and realize, okay, there are beautiful people out there. I should probably avoid the people I'm dating with. And if you can't find someone good, that means you have to change yourself. You can't attract something if you aren't the person that is great, right? It goes both ways. If you want to attract great people, you have to become a great individual yourself. So take some time off dating, work on yourself. If you want to explore this further, please email me at min@bedroom-talks.com. Please check out my website, bedroom-talks.com. It has a great plethora of resources. I put a lot of time in building this website so you guys can find value and free content on there. And if you guys want to book a call, click the link. I hope to see you guys again. Peace out. Namaste.